My name is Nina Chandarana. I am 41 years old. I live in North York and I am a coach. So one of my best memories growing up was when I was a young teenager and the time when my whole family really came together, my brother and my parents. We went to Florida. We went on this crazy adventure. We swam over to an island and none of us were good swimmers. And we collected these beautiful shells and we brought them home. It was just tons of laughs, tons of fun. And this Florida is now a special place because it reminds me of the four of us. One of the toughest moments definitely in my life was when it was in my 30s, and it was when I went through depression. The experience of just not having the vitality, not being able to move, not being able to do what I wanted, having all these ideas in my head but actually not being able to deliver on those. It was very, very difficult time for me. There was so many layers of guilt and shame, and I didn't understand it. I think mental health is something that we just, as a society, are learning more and more about, but there's still stigma to it, there's still misunderstanding around it, and I'm so proud of being able to work my way out. My mental state at that time was, so much negative self-talk, so much like, I can't do this, I'm not capable of doing that, I'm not deserving of what I have. My family, like, what am I putting my family through? It wasn't a great time. So what really helped me overcome that challenge were a few things. One was just the unwavering support of my family. Two was just building an amazing support network. So I ended up joining this program as a coach, and I met such a phenomenal group of people, and I didn't realize the power of support and how wonderful it is to have accountability, to have support, to dream and to create big goals, and to have people help you to get there. It just felt like, I was in this dark place with chains wrapped around me, and then it was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm free. And there's a term I like to use, it's wearing my trench coat. And I just felt like I could walk in a room and feel like I'm wearing a trench coat where I'm in control and I'm confident and I deserve to be here. So my biggest learnings, I would say, are one, don't put so much pressure on myself. I think growing up in my 20s, I just had this vision of what I was supposed to be and what life was supposed to look like and what I was supposed to be able to do. And when I wasn't able to do those things, it was that, like, I don't deserve to be here. Like, that was the extent. And, as I've matured, I think I've learned a lot about, life is not about hitting this ultimate high, whatever that this vision looks like of what we're supposed to be. Life is about experiencing the whole range of human emotion with all the people around us. And some of those are highs and some of those are lows, but we do it together. We celebrate the wins, we cry with each other through the tough parts. And I think if I had more of that perspective, that would have just helped me immensely work through some of the things that really hit me hard. I came from a family of very accomplished people. They were all very educated and accomplished amazing things. I'm so proud of all of them. And so I'm sure there was an element of, like, I'm from this family, I should also follow in their footsteps. But I think it was probably a bit more subconscious than conscious, that level of pressure. The message that I would love to give to anybody who may have experienced something or may be experiencing something similar to what I have is please reach out to people around you. I think I felt so much shame around what I was experiencing that I didn't want to reach out. I thought there would be judgment or rejection. But it's so the opposite. I think we want to help each other. Freedom means that I am 40 and I get to do whatever I want to do now. I'm so much more sure of who I am. I'm so much more confident about, this is what I love doing, this is what doesn't work for me, these are my strengths, these are not my strengths, and I'm not chasing as much now. Now I'm just enjoying building, growing in the areas that I want to grow in. And so I think removing the chase is really what freedom is, and then having amazing people around me. I think happiness and love are really choices, to see it. And before, it was happiness and love was sort of defined as I will be happy and feel love if. And now it's more of a choice of I choose to see love around me. I choose to feel happy. I choose to be grateful. So I think it's that kind of perspective change for me. The most precious thing for me in life is my relationships. The 3 words that I would say describe me at 40 are authentic, connected, and joyful. My view on life is that, our 20s are just a time of carefree fun. Our 30s are really challenging. I think that's when real life can kind of hit. Divorces can happen and deaths can happen and loss of jobs and adulting. I would call it adulting. And so I think getting through our 30s, and then I think our 40s really are the generation where we get to own who we are. We get to celebrate that we've worked through some of the challenges in our life. And so pausing and reflecting on that and earmarking that through an experience like today, I think it's something that we'll remember forever. I would definitely recommend people come and join the 40 over 40 experience. Puja, thank you so much for giving me this beautiful experience. I think before it would have just been like, okay, go get a couple pictures, but you really made it so much more holistic than that, and thank you. I felt like it was a day to honor me, and so many crazy things that were happening at home, and I just said, there is a day that I'm allowed to celebrate myself, and I got my makeup done and my hair done, and it just felt it felt special. It felt honoring. It was fun. And it's something that, even giving myself permission to do that, I think is a big step of the freedom that I feel now that I'm 40. Oh my gosh, seeing the pictures in the back. First thought was, I wish I could look like this all the time. It's capturing, I think, it's capturing what I feel inside. I think that's what the pictures captured. There was joy in the pictures, there was beauty, there was celebration, and I feel that inside, but to be able to express that externally, that's really what you gave me today. Thank you. Give me a moment to think about that.